phone, please mute your lines by pressing *6. So welcome everybody, my name is Larissa Graham. I work for Mississippi Alabama Sea Grant, and I want to thank those of you that are here in person and have braved the rain today to join us. Also thank you to those that are on the line. I think we have about 20 people online so far, so thanks to all of you for joining us as well. So today we're going to be talking about seafood safety, so how the oil spill impacted seafood. We have a great lineup of speakers, which I'm going to go over in a minute. For those that are in the room, if you haven't found the rooms yet, they're just back down in this hallway. And we have coffee and danishes and some great food for those that are here in person. So feel free to help yourself. So anyway, everyone, thank you for joining us today. So just to go over the agenda for the day. We have in the morning, we're going to be talking about contaminants and how they impact marine life. So we have 4 great speakers that are joining us. And for those of you that are online, that web link, I think Chris has entered it in the chat box. So if you want to download the presentation, if you don't have a copy, or the agenda, if you don't have a copy, please just go to that link and you can see the full agenda. So then we're going to take a break for lunch. After lunch, we're going to be talking about monitoring. So we have federal and state agencies that are going to be joining us, and then an independent researcher who's going to, they're all going to be talking about some of the work that happened during the oil spill, after the oil spill, and some of the stuff that's still ongoing. Okay, so just a quick overview, just so you guys kind of know why we're here today. So we're here today to share oil spill science with all of you through a new program, relatively new, I guess it's about a year old now, the Oil Spill Science Outreach Program. So this is a partnership between Sea Grant and the Gulf of Mexico Research Initiative. And just for a little background, if you're not familiar with Sea Grant, there's 33 Sea Grant programs around the U.S., 4 in the Gulf of Mexico. So we have a Sea Grant program in Texas, Louisiana, Florida, and then also a combined program that covers Mississippi and Alabama. So you can see on the slide the mission of Sea Grant. So we do a lot of work in our coastal marine resources. So not only enhancing the practical use, but also enhancing conservation of these resources. So we focus on a few different areas, and we fund research, and then we also have extension agents that take those research results and get them out to people that can use that information. So we work with a lot of different coastal audiences, which include the tourism industry, fishing industry, natural resource managers, a lot of folks that manage or rely on the Gulf Coast. I also mentioned the Gulf of Mexico Research Initiative, also known as GOMRI, or some people say GOMRI. So how many people have heard of GOMRI? Yeah? How many people pronounce it GOMRI? Yeah, a few people. So GOMRI was started in 2010 after the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, and the goal was to improve society's ability to understand, respond to, and mitigate the impacts of oil spills. So this GOMRI has a 20-member independent research board, and the program is administered and managed by the Gulf of Mexico Alliance, GOMA. And this is a 10-year, $500 million investment. These are non-penalty funds, so for those of you who are familiar with the different buckets of recovery funds, these are not in any of those buckets. And so far, there's been about half of that money has been given to research projects, and there's a lot of great work that's come out. So the GOMRI researchers have had over 560 publications. There's over 600 data sets that are publicly available, so they've done a lot of great work. So because GOMRI had all this science, and Sea Grant has all these connections with different audiences around the Gulf, we partnered up to start this outreach program. So this is our outreach team, and we cover the Gulf, so we're in each of the Gulf Coast states. So just to give you a little overview of our team, down there in the Gulf is Steve Sempier, who's also here with us today. He is our coordinator for our team, so he keeps us all on track. And then we also have 4 specialists around the Gulf, one with each of the Sea Grant programs. So from left to right, we have Chris Hale, who is also here with us today, way in the back. And Chris is in Corpus Christi. She's with Texas Sea Grant. She focuses on the environmental impacts of the oil spill. Emily Long Douglas is over in Baton Rouge with Louisiana Sea Grant. She focuses on the chemical interactions, and Emily's actually online, kind of keeping an eye on our WebEx, so thank you, Emily. I'm over in Mobile, Alabama with Mississippi Alabama Sea Grant. I focus on the public health aspects of the oil spill, and then Monica Wilson is over in St. Petersburg, Florida with Florida Sea Grant, and she covers physical oceanography related to the spill. So that's our website if you want to learn more, and we'll also be sending you guys emails after, and that'll have our website on it as well. So the main purpose of our team is to share this peer-reviewed published science. So I just want to make that very clear that so we focus on the science that GOMRI has funded, but then we fill in the gaps with other science that's funded by other organizations. So we share the science in two ways. So one way is through outreach publications. So based on the needs that our audiences have, we go to the scientific literature, we pull all those papers, read them, synthesize them, and put them in these outreach publications. We have two that are available in the back. One actually focuses on healthy Gulf seafood, so it focuses on seafood testing that was conducted after the spill. So if you want a copy of that, please feel free, they're in the back. And then we have another one on fisheries management. We have a couple more coming out over the next couple of months that focus on dispersants and impact of oil on our beaches. So lots of good stuff on its way. We also share published science through science seminars, so this is what we're at today. So we have experts that are going to be with us all throughout the day to present their research and then also answer any questions that you all have. We also do input sessions, and that's how we really gauge what information people want, what questions they have, what topics they're interested in. So that's how we continue to identify needs of our audience. Okay, I'm done talking, and now we are going to do a little activity. So for those that are in the room, we're going to pass out some clickers. This is a little test. Don't worry, it's actually a lot of fun. So for those in the room, we're passing out clickers. Get your clicker ready. For those that are online, Chris is going to post a link, and we'd really appreciate it if you guys can go to that SurveyMonkey link, and as we click through the questions here, you guys answer the questions on that SurveyMonkey link. Okay, so we're passing out the clickers. We'll give everybody on the phone enough time to go to that link. And we know there's about 20 people on the line, so we can tell how many people participated in this survey online. So please go to that link.
It won't let me go to Monkey Link.
Okay. Well, we can always collect feedback afterwards as well. If you guys have problems with the link at all, make sure you just type it into the chat box and Chris will try to help you guys. But thank you for letting us know. Okay, so this is how we use our clickers for those that are in the room. If you haven't, how many people have used the clickers before? Anyone? Okay, a couple, half of you. So everybody help your neighbors if they need help. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. You're gonna pick your choice using that clicker, and when you pick your choice, it's gonna give you a little green light. That little green light showing up here is gonna blink. If it doesn't, let us know, because that means you need a new clicker. Okay, so our first question, for those that are in the room, what do you like most about seafood? This is just a practice to make sure clickers are working. So catching it, cooking it, eating it, seeing it in nature, or I don't even like seafood. Okay. Let's click forward here. Ah, eating it. That would be my choice too. Do you need a new clicker?
So does it just blink and then turn off?
Yeah, it should, when you hit it, it should blink, flash just once. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, good. So eating it is the top choice. So that means you guys all know how to use your clickers. So now we can get into the real questions.
90% said eating it.
Oh, great. 90% said eating it online as well. So we've got similar audiences here. And no one said that I don't even like seafood, so that means you're in the right place. Okay, so our next question, now we're getting into the real question. Okay, so just so we can learn a little bit about who's in the room, so how would you best categorize yourself? So we have a few different choices here. fishing industry, tourism industry, natural resource manager, emergency responder manager, elected official, researcher, extension or outreach, or interested citizen, or other. Okay, everybody in the room, click. Yeah? Okay. Let's see who's here. Okay, so we have a lot of researchers and outreach folks. Who chose other? What other are you?
Well, I'm taking the Mississippi Naturalist course.
Great.
Advanced training and
Awesome, so Master Naturalist with us? Anybody else? Yeah? Some federal agency folks? Right. Okay, cool. Okay, so how about online, Steve?
we have natural resource managers, emergency responder, researcher, interested citizen, other outreach.
Okay, so a lot of different folks online. We have a whole array of folks that are joining us online. Okay, next question. So these are the 5 focus areas that the Gulf of Mexico Research Initiative focuses on. So they're kind of complex, we'll go through them, but we just want to know what topic interests you the most. Pick your first choice here, and the next slide, you get to pick your second choice. So, are you interested in the physical distribution and dilution of oil, gas, and dispersants, the chemical and biological degradation, so the breakdown of oil and dispersants, how oil and dispersants impact the environment, new technology, new developments in technology, or how the oil spill impacted public health. So pick your first choice here, and then on the next slide you get to pick your second choice. Okay, let's see. Impacts. So environmental impact is number 1 with 55%, and public health is number 2 with 30%. That makes sense that you guys are all here, because that's what we're going to be focusing on today.
And online is 50%, environmental impact, 37% public.
Okay, so online we've got about the same averages for both of those choices, C and E. Okay, so now we're going to pick our second choice. So if you had to pick your second choice, what would you be interested in? Okay, going to advance. Okay, so we got public health in at the top for this one, and B and C, so looking at those environmental impacts and chemical and biological degradation. How about online, Steve?
B is the highest ranked, and 25% picked A, and 25% picked C.
Okay, so B is the highest ranked for online folks, and then A and C. Okay, we have 2 more questions. These ones are a little bit easier. So what state do you do most of your work in? So we've got the 5 Gulf states, 2 or more Gulf states, or outside of the Gulf of Mexico. So if you do regional work, that would be F. Okay, everybody looks like they clicked. So Mississippi, 42% on our end, and regional at 29%. Good. I'm glad all those folks that work in Mississippi made it. And whoever was outside of the Gulf of Mexico.
Now,
Thanks for coming.
Louisiana, I think the rain probably got something.
Okay.
More from Louisiana, but everybody except Alabama.
Okay, so most folks have got an array, mostly from Louisiana on the line too. So thank you guys for dialing in. Okay, and then last question. So how often did you look for information about oil spill science over the last 12 months? So this is science, not looking for information about recovery funds or funding. This is actually science. And if you press E, it's okay, I won't keep you out, so I'll give you lunch. Okay. Okay, so 30% monthly, and then we've got some daily, less than monthly, and a couple of not at all and weekly. Okay, cool. So the reason we did this is just so we can get a little bit more feedback about what our audience is looking for, what topics you guys are interested, where you guys are, if it makes more sense for us to do, keep doing these WebExes, webinars, and things like that. So we will use that information. We appreciate you guys playing with those clickers. So